Hello, builders, developers, and future developers on the Now platform. My name is Chuck Tomasi from ServiceNow, and I am here to guide you through this free series to learn JavaScript on the Now platform. Let me get right to it, and step one is going to be to go to developer.servicenow.com and get yourself a free personal developer instance. This is available to you. Just sign up for a free account, doesn't cost anything, and the rules are, if you don't use it within about 10 days, it gets reclaimed into the pool. So go to developer.servicenow.com, sign up for the free account, and when you get there, the screen should look something like this. And underneath the Manage menu is an option called Instance. Click that, and you will get a big red button, or maybe green or blue, whatever color it happens to be when you're watching this video. Says Request Instance. When you do that, it will say, what version of ServiceNow would you like? Our versions are named alphabetically after cities of the world. So you kind of get the idea that goes Kingston, London, Madrid. You get the idea. If you want the latest, take the highest letter that you've got, and you can get yourself a free developer instance on that. I usually go for the latest release. Totally up to you. If you want something earlier that matches your production environment, that's up to you as well. Or maybe you want the latest release to explore what's new and experiment before you do your upgrade. Let me minimize that because I already have an instance from my other account and gives me the URL. Oh, when you request the instance, you will be mailed the credentials, mailed the URL. Go ahead and log in, and that's up to you. When you do log in, it should look something like this. Your colors may vary, but again, that's up to you to choose the styling and the preferences. Explore around. We're here to talk about developer stuff beyond what's already available. Now, the first thing is to go to Scripts Background. And I do that by typing scripts space dash up here, and it filters the menu down to System Definition Scripts Background. Now, I already have some scripts available to you, available on the GitHub repo that you see there. You can go there, download them, try them out, paste them, whatever you like. Follow the instructions here, tweak them, make them your own, and do what you like. This script is technically one line of code. Even though there's 4 lines in here, the first 3 are comments. Anything after a / is a comment. I will be talking more about commenting in an upcoming episode, so hold on to that. The real work is being done by this GS info statement. I can copy the entire thing, or I can just copy that one line if I want. Into Scripts Background, when I click that, I get not much to look at. It's a big box that runs the code that I'm going to paste in there. And down on the bottom of the screen is this button that says Run Script. Click that, and it says, hello world. Congratulations. If you've done this far, you've got an instance and you've pasted this script in, you are a ServiceNow developer. You've written code and got it to run on the Now platform. I wish I could say that's about all there is to it, but this isn't the most useful script you'll ever run or write. So let's go and do a little bit more. Before I do that, I want to explain one key concept to the Now platform that makes it somewhat unique, and that is the fact that we can run our JavaScript either on the server or on the client, on your browser, the browser being the client that was used here. And we've got different mechanisms available to us to do that. Why would you want to run something on the server? That's so you can get access to the data in the database. And I'll show you an example of that in just a minute. Why would you run something on the browser? Well, that's so you can do things a little more dynamically. And some of you who have done JavaScript before, you're going to find that a little more familiar, but there are some key concepts that I want to point out for best practice to use and to stay away from so that you can make your upgrade transition as easy as possible. I will be pointing out best practices as we go through these things. So there's 2 different methods we could, and they can interact with each other. You can have a client script call a server script, and you can have a server push information to the client. But once that page is loaded, it's pretty much what you see is what you get, and anything that was sent with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is there. But I don't want to pollute the waters with that too much. It's covered in a wonderful discussion, and it's made very clear with lots of examples in the ServiceNow scripting course and the free learning plan we've got on developer.servicenow.com. Just a couple of quick examples of how that looks and how that works. Here is a script that I've got that runs some server-side code that interacts with the database. It goes and gets, again, first 3 lines are comments. This is lesson 1, script 2. The first line creates a variable. I'm going to talk about every one of these things in upcoming lessons. So just as an example, this does a database query for all the active task records, then goes through each record and prints out the task number. So if I copy that into script's background, it looks like that. I run it and I get a very, very long list of tasks, incidents, problems, change requests, approvals, safety records. There's a lot of things that are involved with the task table, but I can easily write a quick little script to give me all those records with the criteria that I want. The third example, script 3, is a client-side script. And I am going to take this, I'll leave the comments off for this one, but you're free to take them as you wish. They're not going to add or detract from anything in the solution of this. And it is going to simply get the value of the state field and print out the current state in an alert box on the screen. So let me make sure I copy that. And this is going to be done from client scripts underneath system definition again. And I'm going to create a new client script. Let's see if it wants to go quickly. Give this display current state. I give it a table. Again, not going to teach you all the ins and outs of creating a client script. This is more about JavaScript. On the incident table, I'm going to make this an onload because that's what the script said. And down here in the script, you can see it gives me a template. All I'm going to be doing is adding that one extra line, replacing my comment line here with an alert. And when I do that, anytime an incident form is loaded, it should print out that JavaScript as an example. Incident, let's take the open ones. So underneath incident open, I've got this incident. If I did my job right, there should be an alert box here. Current state value is 1. So I can display things on the browser as they happen. That's a little bit about server-side, client-side, and basic JavaScript. Let me make sure that I didn't miss anything in this first lesson that I wanted to tell you. No, that's pretty much it. If you want other resources to go deeper into this, again, docs.servicenow.com will give you some general product information. Highly recommend that. Developer.servicenow.com, I mentioned that before. You're welcome to take a look there. The community, if you've got scripting questions, go to community.servicenow.com. There's a wonderful group of people there of all skills and backgrounds that can help you out. Usually the scripting questions are the ones they answer first for whatever reason. I am often on the community, very active member there as well, so I encourage you to check that out. You can also find out some general JavaScript questions beyond what I'm showing you here at sites like Code Academy, which is CODECADEMY. I'll put links to this in the description for the video. And W3 Schools is a good place to learn about JavaScript as well. However, they'll do things a little differently that don't necessarily translate well into ServiceNow because we've built upon that to give you more robust ways of doing things. For example, you won't find server-side code, especially ServiceNow server-side code at Code Academy or W3 Schools. So your homework for this assignment, your assignment for this episode, is to go to developer.servicenow.com, get yourself a free personal developer instance, and play around with some of the scripts that I included here today. Until then, take care. Thanks. Bye.